can't see where the dog's looking, can you?
Where he's being told to look. So PeterMorgan then starts his run. Peter from Ireland, of course, running Mossee, who's 6 years and 7 months old. Peter is from Kilcoo, County Down, and Mossee at 6 years and 7 months is by Nap, owned by Frankie McCulloch, and it's out of Snip, owned by Eddie Hawthorne, is Frankie McCulloch's son-in-law. As he gives a bit of a redirect whistle. And he saw his son winning the young handlers earlier on, and he's given him that kick and he's taken it and out he goes. He's the captain of the Irish team, of course. Third time in the team, but the first time as captain. He farms full-time Scottish blackface sheep, graze on the mountain of Mourne. Mossee is an easy dog to train and please, and he's been a good workmate. And Peter has been trialling for 18 years. His family can beat a lot, as I say. Son-in-law of Frankie McCulloch. And I'm sure that Kieran, his brother-in-law,
tremendous turn there,
will be watching this with interest, as the rest of the family, of course. And a good start to this run by Peter. A very, very capable handler, of course. And he looks to have started well there, Paddy.
Start to me, and
that was a tremendous. When he went to the outrun and the sheep bolted, he was going flat out on the left, and he gave him a right command, and he pulled back.
just a reverse flank.
Yes, did you see it?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw it, Mike, and it
it's amazing. That was good handling because the sheep were going to bolt.
Now this is a tricky place coming across this bridge. Just tricky in that if they break down the hill, it's hard to cover them with the dog on the far side of the fence.
Yeah, so PeterMorgan now then has got those sheep through the first fetch gates. He's bringing the sheep through and onto that bridge and roadway, the other side of the pond. And now across. And his dog's in contact with these sheep. He's got him moving. Now he's going to have to give him a flick. He gives him a stop. He flicks him out. And now he's going to bring those sheep across to the post. And he does. He's in contact with his sheep. He's got it. He stops him there. PeterMorgan there whistling with his fingers.
Yeah, another one that whistles with his fingers.
And the way this rain is coming down, he's probably going to wish that he's got more than a shirt on. But that won't mind. He'll be mind over matter for the next half an hour. He's a tough Irishman. He'll be right there, Paddy.
Let's see what he does here now. See where he stops his dog on this flank.
He's done it on the wing. Turned it back on the wing. He didn't stop the dog. And
That's worked very well for him, Mike.
It
That's
does.
a nice swallowtail turn back.
That's what they call the swallowtail, the shape of the swallow's tail, obviously. Not stopping it. Mossee taking this all in his stride. Glancing across. Saw his sheep and then just kicked.
And looks like a good line he's taken there too, Mike.
Yes, it's what we'd call a pear-shaped, as in the original outrun that you're looking for in the qualifier. The two long outruns. Dog's got his mouth wide open so he can get as much oxygen into his lungs as possible.
Right up round behind the sheep as well then. Working his way now to that packet.
Just see how he lifts to see if he was in the right place or not.
Those sheep Just lifting their
Oh,
heads.
that looks very good.
That's a good lift.
I'd say that's as good as you could ask for.
Yeah, the dog was in the right place. It looked as if he...
A very capable dog and a very capable handler as well, PeterMorgan and Mossee.
These sheep look happy. They were just bouncing there.
And this, of course,
It's not just getting that flank. There is a little bit of a hearing difficulty
Yeah,
there.
he took it then, Paddy. Yes, correct.
And he's safe enough.
PeterMorgan, of course, is the last to run in this Supreme Final. And he's been keeping an eye on the other runs, but he'll just concentrate on the run he's got in front of him. And so far, he's had a good start. Out by work.
Yes, it's not always a good place to run last because you've got all day to think about it. Bobby Diel once said to me, you're better to qualify at your national in 15th, 14th or 13th place, and if you do get through, you can run early in the morning and then go for your breakfast if you get through to the final day. But I mean, it's a big gamble when you're going to, you've got to get through there. But some people can stand pressure and watch runs all day, not bother them. Others get quite nervous.
Well, I was talking to Peter earlier and I asked him how he was, and he said, I felt the pressure until the boy ran, and now the pressure's off, I can enjoy myself.
Oh, that's nice.
And of course, his son won the young handlers. I know there's a very happy Mr. McCulloch. So Peter now bringing these sheep down that fetch. Still, the run has started well for him, Paddy.
Well, I'm still thinking about what Mike said about Bobby DL. And I was trying to think, I wonder where Bobby DL ran, because he won it the last time it was on this course. Let's see if Peter can copy him here.
Yes.
He won it with Wisp. I remember Wisp ran, well, I wasn't around, but I remember he won it twice in a row and once was here. The other maybe was Morgan Park, was it?
Morgan, 89.
Yeah.
Bobby Diel won it, and here, 89 and 92. And the great Wisp is in a lot of these dogs' pedigrees. He's been quite a key dog breeding-wise.
Like you said, Mike, we can't see the judging all day today. This is how the Supreme works for anyone who doesn't know, and none of us will find out till this evening. But I'm sure Peter has Kevin's run in mind there. It's just been out before him, or maybe he hasn't seen it. But he'll know that, you know, he'll need to put up a good, clean run here. But it doesn't look like it's affecting him. It doesn't look like he's under any pressure at all here.
No, still a long way to go, of course, but having that good start has just eased his pressure and eased the nerves. And the dog is working well, reacting well. And yeah, as Mike said, he impressed you yesterday, Mike, and he impressed me as well. He's a nice type of dog. He's not my type of dog. I go for a smooth coated, but a beautiful work dog, and you can see the McCulloch line in him as well.
No, Frankie's, yes.
Frankie will be living on the legend of that for a long time.
I never knew he had that swallowtail go back on him, though. Maybe he only has it when he sends him back to that side. Maybe on the other side it's an ordinary go back. But I'll be sure to ask him about that next time I'm talking to him. I've got a surprise there.
Yeah, well, I did see Alan Common once run a dog, and he had two different turn back whistles, and so the dog, when it turned, knew either to go left or right.
Alistair McRae told me about somebody. Could have been Davy Shannon. I'm not sure. Maybe Davy Shannon won the first international here. I can be corrected on that. Maybe it was back in the 60s or somewhere around there. But I think he said he had one tight side for going back, so they put a swallowtail on him to help open him, and he just had it on that one side. So that's why I'd be eager to talk to Peter about his dog. This is a lovely drive now. He's got his sheep lovely and content looking.
Yeah, so PeterMorgan now then. Settle these sheep into that first leg of the drive.
Just can't take your eye off these for a second,
No,
can
but-
you, Hugh?
But look at the way the dog was
it.
going and covering that sheep before the whistle came. And then when the whistle came, he was already there.
But the dog hadn't done anything wrong to make that sheep do what it did. He was
Nope.
just minding his business, driving away.
The sheep was just testing the dog, but the dog is up to the challenge, and he's saying, "Come on, let's do it again."
Up at this top level, though, you do need a dog that can help you in the smaller trials and all. You know, you can compensate for a dog and you can help him around. But out here, you need him helping you too, and you know, going out there and balancing up the job and doing the bits you can't see coming or you can't see at all.
And as well as that, when you're doing a day's work with the dog as well, you don't want a dog to be fighting you. You want him to be working with you and for you. And this dog is obviously doing that as well.
Yeah, you're right, Hugh. There's nothing worse than coming back with a sore throat after you've done a day's work because you're shouting at your dog all the time.
Peter is making it look like he goes out in the Supreme every year. He really is making this. He looks like he's in his element here.
Well, I think he's come on leaps and bounds with the society as well. On the admin side, isn't he part of council now and representing Ireland on council? And they're nice to see a council member with Kevin Evans and Rob Ellis. Can do all these Zoom meetings at night time, but still run a dog at a weekend.
Just be a little bit anxious coming up to this cross-drive hurdle. We've seen a few people slip a few to the side of it and things like that, and I want this Irishman now to get through. And
shows how wide
nice.
how wide the dog went on his first outrun. Because
he got a bit of a
burn on his tail.
Ah, that's for luck.
His twin exhausts.
He could be a little touch high there, so
Yes, he's got to hit this to be in contention.
he's just drifting. They're coming in that hurdle. Peter's judged that to perfection by the look of it. If he can flick him round.
Oh, don't come this side. Lovely save, Peter. Lovely save. I was holding my breath there. I just had a little bit left for that comment.
Yeah, I thought I spoke a little bit too soon there, but
That was very nice.
yeah, so Peter Morgan has a good turn as well. This is turning out to be a very controlled, impressive run there, Mike.
Yeah, there's some of the runs that have gone before. We'll be sitting and thinking, this guy could be knocking us back.
Yeah, I'd say everybody could be nervous watching this run because
Except me, Hugh. I'm getting fairly excited here now. I've got 2 or 3 fingers crossed.
yeah, well, I'm fairly excited as well because I've drawn him in the sweepstakes, so
Oh, yeah.
job's done.
Yeah.
But no, Peter Morgan now then bringing these sheep, and that's a beautiful picture of that dog. As Mike would call it, a chocolate box dog. He's virtually a carbon copy of
The old type, the Whiston Caps,
the
the
Whiston.
Bosworth
I was
Coons.
just going to say the Whiston cap, and you know, if they need a new logo for the ISDS, that could be him. But he's just going to settle these now, and Peter, nerves could be creeping up a little bit now because he's had a good run around that course. And he'll be probably starting to think the pressure could be coming on me. I've got to do my part for the next 2 elements.
Is Peter from the north or the south?
North. Can you hear me on this one? Peter's from up around Larne there. He'd be up kind of, for the Scottish boys, he'd be on the Stranraer side of Scotland, say.
Right.
And, well, around Down, I think Peter is. But it's still an awful lot of work to do in this shedding ring. He's got a smash and run up here, but there's a lot to do now.
Yeah, I was just going to ask the question where he came from. Will they do a lot of double gathers and this sort of shedding ring on a regular basis, or?
Peter would be fairly familiar with all this. And then he's beside John McGinn and of course his father-in-law, Frankie McCullough. He'll have all the practice he wants, I'd say.
That's what I was saying. So he's got the scope to practice at home.
Look at this. He's getting a big draft off here, but he's got to keep his collared ones in, however he does it.
Yes, he mustn't go out the ring with them.
And like Kevin, he's shedding them off out kind of to the back, out of harm's way. Well, we haven't seen him go back there before, but they won't interfere with his penning out there anyway, Hugh, will they?
Not with the penning, no, but they've just started a move now, and you'll be glad to see him moving because when he gave him that big squish on it, they went so 3 or 4 yards and then they stopped dead again, and you'll be glad to see him just starting to drift now, and he'll be Just tucking him. There's one gone again. No, a collared one starting to go with her. You'll be hoping to turn her back. And he does.
That was well done.
Yeah.
The sheep have wandered away far enough to still keep these others to draw to them.
She just tested the dog there, but she was found wanting because Mossee was there and up to the task. So Peter now, he's got plenty of time, I'd have thought. He'll just take a breath, settle down, and these collared sheep are just starting to try and draw back. But I'd say after a good, efficient run around the course, he's got the time. He'll settle the nerves, and this is building up to be a good run, Paddy.
I feel a bit uneasy for him though. Those collared sheep there, they are trying him. They do look very agitated, and I just and you know, I'm a little bit worried for him here, but I'm hoping he can do it, of course. So you mentioned earlier Peter Og won the young handlers today, and this Peter was very happy about that, as we all were in Ireland. But Peter here, he also won the young handlers years ago, so it's, you know, he's used to this kind of competition now.
And this pressure, yes.
Yeah, I'd say he's very comfortable out here. Well, he certainly looks very comfortable out here. I don't know how comfortable you can be with a good run up.
Yeah, so again, quite clever there. Just pulled two off the outside. Just walks him out. Dog just holds him still. How many's you got left in there now then? I can see 6 sheep left. So again, he's come down to one uncollared sheep. Yep. And she's looking forward, but then again, they're all looking forward. And he'll be hoping for the luck of the Irish now to get her peeled out nice and easy.
He's not the only one hoping. There's a lot of us looking on from the sideline here, wishing for the same thing. But this lady does look like she could come out. She doesn't look as tough as Kevin's one.
Yeah, so the collared sheep too there. And the uncollared sheep just got her head down, munching a bit of grass. That shows that she's not under much pressure yet. He just gives a little bit of a tap of the stick, pushes her forward, but she just...
Yeah, unfortunately that red-collared one wants to go with her, but this is how he got them off last time.
Look at that. He's down to his 5.
Yeah, just let that good thinking turn back and make sure she goes. Don't want to leave her in no man's land, choosing which way she wants to run back. That's better.
And quite clever handling there as well, because the sheep are respecting the dog, and rather than him trying to fight with him, he's allowing the dog to hold him, and now he's going to make his way back to the pen.
And he trusts his dog as well. You know, he took his eyes off it, knowing that he wasn't going to do anything that he shouldn't do. He's tiptoeing across here.
Boys, if he pins these 5 sheep, there'll be no point in handing me the microphone because I won't be able to talk.
I wish the Irish won up more often then. Hey, get off my water.
Yeah, so PeterMorgan now then, bringing these sheep to the pen.
He won't want to do what Jim Scriven did. He'll...
No, I'd say he's got a bit of time to do this as well. And he's not going to snatch at anything. He's going to just keep it calm, keep it cool. Dog is up to the task. Call him forward.
Got him on the hinges anyway. Got them on the hinges.
Just take a bit of pressure off, Peter. Call the dog on a yard. She's turned.
Ooh.
He's saying, "Don't you dare."
He's just got the dog in the right place to stop him going up the side, but just pushed him onto him slightly.
You won't mind if he breaks that stick.
Whoa!
What a finish!
Come on, Peter.
What a finish!
Come on, PeterMorgan, you show him.
This...
Come on, PeterMorgan.